Hello, welcome back to the podcast. Today we have Mr. Conneely with us.
Hello lads, how are we doing? I feel like I'm on the Joe Rogan show.
So we're just going to ask you a few questions today, Sean.
No problem lads, fire away.
So I suppose first, how did you get into teaching in the first place? How did you end up teaching here?
Oh, in Munchins?
Yeah.
Yeah, well I always suppose wanted to be a teacher from maybe like second or third year. You know, I like going to school, I like being in school. I kind of thought teaching was a good job, and look, the holidays aren't bad either. July, August, you know, there's not too many jobs like that. But no, I always liked the school environment, and I kind of knew from a young enough age I wanted to be a teacher. So then I went up to Dublin, you know, DCU. Yeah, so I went to DCU and did history and religion as my two subjects. So I did 4 years up there, and then my first job was in Tala, you know, Tala in Dublin. Nice spot up there.
Bit different than here, isn't it?
Different accents, lads. Anyone do a double accent? No.
She's like,
no. You do a double accent, sir?
No.
So that's how he is.
That much displeasure now.
Yeah. So how are you, buddy? So yeah, I went to Tala there for 2 years, and so that's where I kind of cut my teeth up there. So it was a nice introduction to the teaching world. So yeah, so it was a mixed school, community school as well. And Tala, Old Baum was the name of it. So I taught there for 2 years, and then during the 2 years, I went back and did a master's in pastoral care and chaplaincy. So, and then a full-time job came up here in Limerick, so that's how I ended up in Munchins. So I took this full-time job here, and been here ever since. Yeah.
Was your school up in Offaly any good now?
Fine school, sir. Good solid men up in Offaly. Yeah. No, I loved going to school up in Offaly. It was grand. Like, we were lucky. We had a good school and teachers were sound. And
you're from
had a good year.
Borough, is it?
Borough, yeah. Good hurling spots, sir.
Oh, yeah.
4 All-Irelands titles.
We've heard so that you used to play for Offaly, is that?
I had a stint, sir, with the Offaly footballers. I did, yeah. Unfortunately, the old cruciate went, sir. I could have been a great.
You could have made it.
I know. I got called in there with the Offaly footballers, but I was travelling up and down from Limerick, and it was just absolutely crazy. So I was going from here on a Tuesday and Thursday, like leaving here and going straight to Offaly. Then I was getting home at 12 o'clock at night time. I was just like, yeah.
Right.
And cause I'm living in the bottom part of Borough of Offaly, but all the football is in the north, so I had to travel 2.5 hours to go train. And the guy I used to get a lift with was just like a pure mute. So he was dead silence the whole way up. He there was no chat with him. And then he'd stop at his mother and father's house for dinner, and he'd be there for like an hour, and he wouldn't even talk to his parents. It's just this awkward conversation every day. And it's like, so after a few months, I'm like, nothing's worth this. So a brief stint. I got my few caps anyway. So
is that senior?
Senior, yeah.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
What other sports do you play?
Well, I grew up and I played a lot of soccer. I played a lot of soccer, and then I would have played a lot of game football, hurling, rugby as well. I played rugby until I was about 18. Actually, was on the Leinster development squad as well. Yeah, for rugby. But it's all hurling where I'm from. So if you're like say when you get to 18, everyone just plays hurling. So your rugby team becomes crap. You're just getting hammered.
Everyone just leaves.
And then the soccer, struggling for numbers and stuff. So, but then now I do a lot of kickboxing and Muay Thai. So because it's hard to go training every on a Tuesday or Thursday. So Muay Thai you can kind of train by yourself. So I did a lot of that. And I was actually did a lot of training. I took a career break there before I came back here. So I was traveling for 4 years.
We're going to ask you about that.
Yeah. So I would have done a lot of martial arts and Muay Thai traveling. So I actually had a pro fight over Thailand there.
Really?
Yeah. 5-round war.
I suppose so. The main question is, did you win?
Lost in a hometown decision. Robbed.
Yeah. You beaten up? Or?
No. I was okay actually. Felt good. In Thailand, they're pretty good at kicking.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty good at boxing. So
a lot of those kind of martial arts sports comes over there, isn't it?
Yeah. Muay Thai is from Thailand. That's where it comes from. So they start fighting over there under 4 or 5. A guy could be 18 and we have 300 fights.
Jesus.
So they're not really lads you mess around with.
I would say it'd be fair hard to win against judges from there.
Because I felt that I wouldn't feel
biased.
I don't know. I'll have to show you the video, lads.
We'll just claim it's biased.
Even like a man, Michael Conneely in the Olympics.
It was worse than that. Because over there in Thailand they don't count punches
just kicks.
It's just kicks. So you could hit a guy 3,000 punches and he'd hit you one kick.
You still lose.
And then you'd still lose, yes.
Jesus.
It's a bit crazy. And it didn't count the first 2 rounds. And and knocked down about 2 or 3 times. So yeah, I don't know. My manager stormed off anyway afterwards. So well, I got paid for it, so it was good.
Sure, that's the main thing, isn't
I
it?
got €100 for it.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, it was lovely. Yeah, so it was good. Good experience.
Where else did you go? Like, did you only go to Thailand? Or?
No, so I started off. I did like 3 months traveling around Indonesia, and I did, like, did you ever see the map of Indonesia?
It's all kind of islands.
Yeah, it's like 4,000 islands. So I started off and kind of tried to make my way all across Indonesia, and then I did that for 6 months, and then after that, then I went to Singapore.
Yeah.
And then went to Myanmar. You know Myanmar?
I do. Yeah.
It's like old Burma is the old Enfield. Yeah, I went there.
Oh yeah.
Did a couple of weeks there, and then I went to Cambodia, Laos, and Thailand, and all around that part. So did a load of traveling. Then the money ran out, so I had to get a job. So I went teaching in New Zealand for the year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds brilliant.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I'd highly recommend it if you ever.
So I haven't been to like Cambodia or anything myself, but it looks.
Yeah, no, it's
very
really,
nice,
really good. Yeah, no, it's beautiful. Yeah, and it's like really cheap, so you can live for like really cheap over there and travel around and stuff. So it's good. But like, if you're a teacher, you can take a career break. So you can if you take like up to 5 years career break. So and your job is still here when you come back. So.
And sure, like you could teach anywhere, couldn't you?
Yeah. Once you've been teaching, like in New Zealand, there's loads of jobs over there. And like then I did 2 years teaching in Vietnam as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I taught online in Thailand. So when I was teaching online in Thailand, I just had like a house by the beach and just. Do like 3 hours online.
Were you actually did they speak English or?
So when I was teaching in Vietnam, they would have had a translator in the class with you.
Oh,
so
okay.
you were teaching English, but the kids had really good English anyway. But they had a translator as well to help you, so it was really good, so. Yeah, it's good. So if you do finish up school, lads, go out there. It's a big world. There's lots to see. So,
And would you find it much different, like teaching here to there? Big difference.
Yeah. Like when I went to New Zealand, so I was traveling around and I was in Thailand. Kind of like the money was running low, so it's like, okay, I have to make a decision where to go work now. And then my cousin was living in Auckland, New Zealand, so he said, "Why don't you come over here and you can stay with me and teach over here?" So I sent my CV to like the diocese because I've got like the religion and chaplaincy, and they offered me like loads of jobs. And I picked like a school, and it was like it's an all boys rugby school. And I was like, "Oh, that's the same as Lunches, it's lovely."
Yeah.
And when I picked the job, then I was traveling around. I met some guys from New Zealand. I told them where I got the job, and they said like, "Oh, that's like the roughest part of New Zealand. Like it's like a ghetto." So I went to this school. It was like 1,000 lads. And it was just like chaos in there. It was crazy. The kids were all from Fiji and Tonga and Samoa and all that places. Yeah. The Pacific Island kids.
Yeah.
So they were absolutely massive.
Jesus.
They'd actually make Louis McCormick look small. They were that big.
Yeah, because when you see them on like all the rugby teams and all that.
Yeah, they're mad at rugby.
New Zealand are mental when it comes to rugby.
Yeah, but then like they reckon they have a gene or something that makes them so big. They're like huge.
Fiji are pretty small there.
Like I coached in their 14 rugby team over there, and like my first day going out, like I was like walked up to this group of lads, like and we're togged out on the pitch, and like big 6 foot lad with 6 packs and everything, and like bigger than me. And it was like, "Oh lads, where's the under 14 team?" We're like, "Oh, so we got the under 14 team." We're like, "There's no way you're 14 lads. That has a beer over there." Like checking that is like 6'6". He got like big muscles like Schwarzenegger there. Yeah. So they were huge over there.
Yeah.
They were really nice, but they were kind of like when the classroom like they were wide, like the school like couldn't even get like substitute teachers or anything. Like
Jesus.
Like one day a substitute teacher came running into me. He was like, "The lads are after lighting a fire in the back of the class. Please come in." I didn't say the principal's office is that way. But they were like really good crack. You'd have a great laugh with them.
Yeah.
Trying to get work out of them and stuff.
Would be tough and all.
Yeah. But they were great rugby players, like really, really good. Like they were just class, just the way like in Munchins they always tell you like, "Oh, have 2 hands on the ball," and the way coaching hands out and stuff like.
Yeah.
Them lads just like
had it naturally.
one hand running around and throwing it behind your backs, and you'd go to give out to them and it'd be like, but they'd pull it off they were class, so.
And that's the only sport. Rugby's the only real sport over there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all rugby now, but they're gone really big into mixed martial arts and over there now as well. Yeah.
There's a load of UFC champions coming out.
Yeah, I was actually training that gym over there in Auckland. So I used to live, the Adesanya and kickboxing. You heard that place? Yeah. Yeah, they that was right, like.
Volkanovski's in that camp too, isn't he?
Yeah, but he wasn't there when I was there. But Adesanya, and Dan Hooker and all them lads. So that gym was like up the road from where I was staying in Auckland. So I went in there, I didn't know anybody that was in there, but they were all training there,
Watching the fights tomorrow night?
I am. I'll watch Khabib and Gaethje. I'm looking forward to it now. It's good.
Who are you going with?
I think I'm going with Gaethje. I think he's going to win
I
it.
think he can bring it to Khabib.
I think the leg kicks are going to.
If he can keep his back off the fence, I think he'll be.
Yeah. Look, Khabib is an absolute animal.
Yeah.
I think if Gaethje can work the leg kicks,
And I think for
and he's
Whitaker
wrestling
and
as good as
Cannonier.
well.
Whitaker and Cannonier.
Yeah, I think Cannonier might take him. I think he has.
I have Whitaker for that one. I think he'll.
Yeah,
decision.
no, I like Whitaker. He's really good, but I think Cannonier might just, I think he's.
Coming down from heavyweight down to middleweight.
Yeah, he just has a good momentum behind him. I think he might take it, but you never know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it now. It's a good time as well. It's at 9:00, so it's
So I
good
think
with all
the
these
main fight starts
restrictions.
at 6.
Yeah, but the actual main fight's on at 9.
Yeah.
Like, normally on at 4 or 5, so it's good that's on at that time. So.
Where's it on?
In Abu Dhabi, Fight Island.
Yas Island.
Oh, that's why they're allowed to.
Yeah, that's good. It's on at the time, and like Khabib is a massive follower in Russia, so
Yeah.
like
Oh,
there's like
yeah.
like 160
They'll have,
million
like-
people in Russia, so.
You'll get tested, fly over, get tested, go to your hotel, you get tested.
Yeah.
And probably every day or two you get tested over there. Like.
Yeah. Have you got tested for COVID yet? No.
I haven't.
I haven't, but my brother
I had to
was.
get tested last week there for
Oh, yeah?
COVID. Yeah, I had a cough, like, in a sore
Jesus.
throat, and I was coming back to work, so like a GP, and it was like, can I come back to work? And they were like, yeah, what do you have? I'm like, I have a runny nose and a cough, and like a cough, you have to get tested.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
so it was weird, like they stick the thing up your nose and everything. It was really weird. Like,
Is it sore, is it?
Hadn't they?
it's really uncomfortable because I had a bit of a runny nose, and then you're sticking this thing up your nose, and like, oh Jesus, like. But negative anyway, lads.
Good news for us.
Just so you know, that's negative.
What's your opinions on this whole new lockdown situation?
Yeah, like the problem I find with it is a lot of the rules are very hypocritical. Sorry, a lot of them don't make sense. Like like
Yeah,
so.
because as far as I've seen, seems
It
very
hasn't
little
changed
difference
much.
between level 3 and level 5.
Oh, do you think so?
Yeah, because like
But the 5K rule is a massive change.
Yeah.
Like say for example, now the midterm now I live in Killu, Clare, like and I can't go to like a Hinch or like the beach because I'm still doing 5K.
yeah, I know, but even still, it's not like a lot of people even wouldn't be too on top of each other at the beach. I mean, they would now because barely anyone gets to go. But I mean, just daily life.
You don't think it's going to change much, no?
No, it's like our hallways are pure thin. Like it's hard to social distance.
Oh yeah, no, it's crazy. Like we've got 750 households in Munchins.
Yeah.
But I can't go to like my mother's house now. Like it's.
Do you reckon should we be closed down?
Look, I know like it's like the problem is like what happens. We close down for 6 weeks, and then what Christmas time comes, and we all go crazy again. And
I know,
we're
yeah.
locked, and it's going to repeat itself.
It's going to go mental at Christmas because it went mental like when all the communions and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like we've done really well, and then kind of summer came, and everyone's like, "Well, hey,
Yeah.
summer, let's have a good time." And now it's kind of like, okay, we're going to stop for 6 weeks, and then we're going to go Christmas, like everything back open, and then what do we go on lockdown again, like. But it is a hard decision because there is people there is people dying. It's not like it's so some of the rules are a bit crazy, like
But that's what I mean. Like you can't really be gambling with people's lives when it.
Yeah, no, of course. Look, anything that keeps people safe, I'm all for. But I just find some of the rules a bit crazy, like.
I felt like they should have taken Neffet's advice way sooner.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and look, I don't think our government are the best, are they? They're a bit,
No, they're not.
Fairness,
Like
like
having one.
Yeah, well, true. Yeah.
So like the 5 of us couldn't sit in a room outside school, like.
It's crazy, isn't it?
And
Like,
5 of us can sit in here.
yeah.
Grand, so.
And then they're like saying that schools aren't transgenders, like.
So like I don't.
Yeah.
I've got like magic fairy dust.
I know,
on schools, like,
Protection.
you're telling me like
With
you
those
like
open
what age
as
are
well.
you? 16 are you like?
15.
15, yeah. Like, and then like we have lads like like Louis McCormick and Alex Wood, and they're like 18, 19, like they're proper men, like So you're telling me they can't
Spread it,
like it's crazy, like But I think the school has done a really good job, like in fairness.
Oh, yeah.
Since we came back, like like Mr. Quilter,
The dispensers.
Yeah,
they've done really well, like
They have been doing well now with what they have.
Such a like nightmare for them, like they've done really well, like So yeah, look, it's a tough time, really, isn't it? Because I was going to watch the Khabib fight with all my friends, like we had all organised, and now it's all cancelled because of restrictions. So I'll be watching it by myself.
So like all the matches and stuff now as well, you can.
Yeah, but sure, I'm from Offaly, like, and the Offaly hurling team have got coronavirus.
Oh, did it?
27 of them are close contacts. So
Oh, Jesus.
they had to give Kildare a walkover at the weekend in hurling, like.
That's Christy Ring.
Christy Ring, yeah, high caliber stuff. Sir. We've gone downhill a lot. Are you lads from Clare now? You know?
Yeah.
I know, we used to have great battles with Clare back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
98. Yeah, what did we beat you?
98.
Yeah, 98. Yeah, we beat you. That was a sit down, remember?
Yeah.
I was at that game.
My dad's always going on about that.
Is he? Yeah, I was at that game. I had a nice sit down with the leader.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was at the game. Yeah. We went onto the pitch afterwards. It was great old crack.
What was that time? The referee blew
The referee blew up 3 minutes early. And like Offaly, Clare like were winning by 9 points at half time, and then Offaly came back and was like 3 points in it, which is only a goal. And then he blew it up 3 minutes early, and then like everyone went crazy, like, and everyone were like, "Oh, onto the pitch protesting." But now we're gone like really bad.
Yeah. Jesus, they're going very well.
Yeah, but you're still good though, you know. Like you're not Christy Ringjohn, like.
Not yet, anyway. Jesus, I say we won't bet the weekend. Anyway.
Yeah, I got. But you play nice hurling with Clare. I think you're good. Like underage is going well. Like Yeah, I think you should have won more with that team you had. With Davy Fitz's team.
13.
You could have won 1 or 2 more Irelands with that team. You had a really good team there with Podge Collins and all them lads.
Yeah, he's gone this year, isn't he?
Yeah, he's gone playing football this year and stuff. So yeah.
Do you have to go with that, Bells, or?
No, I'm okay for a few more minutes.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm off this period, so I was double TY after lunch. So is there many in today? Is there?
No, barely any of us.
Yeah. How are you finding TY yourselves with the whole lockdown?
It's grand, but
It's grand, but
it's not as good as it could be.
Yeah, I kind of feel sorry for you, like, because TY is such a great year, especially in Munchins, there's so much happening. Like
Killery's
Killery
pushed back
yeah.
3 times now.
But it's even after Christmas, I mean, it's probably only going to rise. So I don't know, I can't really see it happening too soon.
Yeah.
If
because we're supposed to go in November, because I was supposed to go to Killery. It's supposed to happen in November, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, they pushed it back from November now, because it's back to, what was it?
January, November, yeah. When did it push back to?
January now.
January,
But even straight after Christmas, like we were saying, it's only people are going to go mad shopping on Christmas or near Christmas, and it's going to rise.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And then your foreign trip won't happen this year either, will it?
No, that's completely called off.
Yeah, that's completely gone.
Yeah.
It's
scrapped.
And then at the end of the year, you're supposed to go camping as well.
That could happen.
The camping I can see happening though, because it's we'd all have maybe separate tents and stuff so.
And you won't get a chance to structure stuff on the stage, lads. School music.
That I'm kind of thankful.
Any good singers here? Is there?
No.
Jesus. I was just part today writing for it.
Or
Yeah.
Screenplay.
They have us doing music videos now. Yeah.
Do they? Yeah.
TikToks.
TikToks. Yeah.
Just singing them.
You doing the WAP songs or no? The WAP dance.
I know it's a
bit crazy, isn't it? Like my nieces are and they're they'd actually seen that crap on the WAP dance, kind of no, they're 10, 12 on TikTok, just innocent, Then you see this WAP dance, it's a bit X-rated for that age,
Jesus, my old specialties on TikTok.
Yeah. What's your specialty, sir?
I used to have an account on it, but not anymore.
Stephen
Kelly would be the man now. Stephen Kelly would be the man now for it.
There's some good people in the school for TikTok.
I know some of them are good. They were a bit of crack over lockdown, what was that one? Do.
Do you remember that?
I met that one.
Was you?
He's just
What the WAP dance?
I'm afraid I don't have a good enough booty for that dance. Yeah, no, but it's the show is good laugh, I know even if you're not musical, I remember I did this show in my school, it was like a tree in the background or something, but it was a great laugh, it was good, kind of free and you get,
sure,
it's a bit of a laugh,
no one takes it too serious.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, and sure you get to mix with St. Mary's then as well, and some female companies. It's like a girl walking in the corridor. One man. Cavemen come out.
Cavemen come out of classrooms.
Yeah.
Sure,
it's not fired in the hallways.
Sure, remember 2 or 3 years ago when they were doing up that, there was talks they were making it into they were bringing the girls together, mixing us together.
When they were doing up here.
When they were doing up that bit.
Were they? Yeah.
People were saying that probably wasn't true.
Yeah. Are they going to St. Mary's? Is that to be done up or anything?
No.
Do you have any sisters down there? I
was in there once with my friend.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Well, we might have to edit that off the
podcast. A friend who says.
Yeah.
the table wide, and that could even be too big. Like.
Oh yeah, no, it's I have a few friends teaching them there as well. Yeah, but we're lucky here. We've got some. Have you ever heard about the old building? No.
No.
Like he didn't have any brothers that came there, did you know?
No, I didn't.
My older brother came there.
Yeah,
There was a pool.
Hmm?
There was a pool, wasn't there?
There was a pool, yeah.
So that
But
was
the gym is because
The gym was like a little shed, like.
Oh, yeah?
So like Whelan was like literally teaching in a little shed, like it wasn't like a basketball court.
Is that why when you like I don't know, like if you're doing like a burpee down in the gym,
Yeah,
when you land it always sounds so hollow.
Maybe strict down
That
there.
went on the play. When did you become your first actually?
Just 10 years ago.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. So I did 5 years here, and then I did 4 years career break,
Yeah.
and then my career break was up, so I came back then.
Yeah,
last year.
because when we came here first, you weren't.
Yeah, no, I wasn't here. Yeah, no, I started about. So are you Clonera?
Yeah.
So like Colin Galvin and all that. That's
Yeah.
when I started. Like they were the 6 years I think when I started.
Mm.
So yeah, I did like 5 years and then 4 years traveling and then back this year.
Back again to us.
Back again.
You recognise a lot of the first years that you knew and then
Yeah, it was
6
really,
years.
really weird. Like it was so weird. Like my first day back, and I was back like Tuesday. You were all coming in. Like I had like 6 years last class. Like and I walked into the class and I was like, like say like for example, like Shocks was like a little chubby little lad. He's like this monster rugby player. Alex Wood was tiny in first year, and then he was like so tall. Like it was crazy. It was like like Ray O'Halloran and these type of lads. Like they'd be tiny in first year. Like and they're going like with big beards and everything, big like manly voices. It was crazy. Like it took me a while to like recognize some of that.
You wouldn't know some of them now.
No, just because they'd grown up so much.
You wouldn't have recognised them. Like.
Yeah, like because they'd just grown up. Like it's a whole change completely.
Yeah.
Like it's matter much you change from first year to 6th year physically.
Yeah, sure. Even like a VS squad, like the pictures from us were on first year. Aren't they?
Yeah, I know they're a good old laugh.
They got rid of them.
Or they barely changed, and they've grown as a mustache.
Yeah, well, was your hair long first year? Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
His hair was long in 4th class. Or?
Oh, was it? Yeah.
It hasn't changed. I can't have a woman like this.
You didn't go for the. Oh, did you, sir?
They pulled him out. By
Yeah. There's something caught here. I don't know what it is. There seems to be a complication. Have to get the shears out, for sheep.
Do you ever have any mad hairstyles or not?
I did. I used to have the long hair back in
yeah?
6th year. Yeah, went through the punk rocker stage, so I had the hair down to my shoulders. So I just had the long hair. Yeah.
Get a Paul Pogba haircut and locked out.
Oh, no, I'm definitely not getting a Paul Pogba hair. Don't see too many men off you with a Paul Pogba hair. They're for shapers. Yeah, I always say if you're like playing sport and you see a lad coming out with a Paul Pogba haircut, you're in for an easy day. Are you football fans, lads, or
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
United fan, unfortunately.
United fan? You did well the other day. You played well.
We did do well, like Rashford scored some goals.
Yeah, it was a beauty. Yeah, it was a good game though.
Well, he has to make sure he's a United fan because he's got it on the back of
Got
his
a
phone
United
as well.
Okay, more 11.
So he has to stick with it now.
Do you support any teams or?
No, I wouldn't be too big into soccer now.
No.
Congratulations, you scored
Kind of
United.
United.
United, yeah.
Who do you?
Liverpool. Yeah, I'm a Liverpool fan for a long time, not a bandwagon supporter. Do you support any teams, sir?
No.
No.
Jeez, you
Professional fishing's pretty fun.
It's not bad.
There's money there.
Yeah.
I'd say there's a lot of new Liverpool supporters this year.
Yeah, and there's lots of lads at the bandwagon.
Yeah.
All the first years now are all wearing Liverpool jerseys. Whereas a few years ago it would be like all Man United jerseys. Yeah.
John,
Who's everyone?
you don't support any team, you support a certain player.
Who's that?
The Burnley, the fantasy football thing.
Yeah. Are you under the fantasy? Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm brutal at a lot of the time.
Who's your star man?
He won it last year. He had Jeffrey Schlupp as captain first week.
Jeffrey, solid old left back.
I know, I captained the goalkeeper first week.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
A Burnley keeper.
Okay. Yeah.
That didn't go too well.
He had a good season though, didn't he?
Yeah, no, I picked him as a joke.
Yeah.
Messing and he ended up doing really well.
Yeah. No, he actually had a really good season. Yeah. And fantasy is good. It's good to laugh. A few people. I didn't put my team in on this show, but it's normally good.
How much did you win out of it last year? 40?
A few euro. I can't disclose that on tax reasons.
Come back.
They'll be up and clear there knocking the door. They're looking for him.
The council
Looking for money, he's been lended or something.
But
Didn't pay his taxes.
the Irish team are going to.
The Irish team are dreadful. Yeah, no, I lived in Dublin for 7 years. And I used to always go to all the Ireland games. Every game. now it's just like you can't watch them. Like I nearly watched Carnage.
It's depressing.
before, like, you know.
It's depressing.
I still blame Thierry Henry.
Hmm?
I still blame Thierry Henry. He broke
Yeah, it was
his arm.
crazy, wasn't it? Do you remember that? Yeah, it was heartbreaking stuff. It was crazy.
They never win anything. Like
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
We never recovered from.
our fans are good crack though.
yeah, that's all we have. Like, isn't it?
I actually went to the Euros when Ireland were playing the Euros in Poland.
Oh, yeah.
That
I went to a load of friends. We got like a camper van and stuff.
Yeah.
I went over and like Ireland scored one goal like about 20 minutes into the first game, and then after that, like they lost like 4-0 to Spain, 2-0 to Italy. It was like, oh my god.
The English are brutal with football. Like you can
They're-
rip the
they're
chairs
really
up
good
and eat
team.
them. Like they're
Oh,
just
yeah,
insane
yeah,
when it comes
yeah,
to
yeah.
it.
Did you see the time they were Lansdowne Road there with the Ireland team? It was terrible.
Yeah, in like '95. wasn't it?
Yeah, they completely ripped the place up. Yeah.
We just seem to go and kind of make friends with everyone. Like.
Yeah, exactly. No, because like everybody in Poland absolutely loved the Irish
Yeah.
because like we spend a lot of money on alcohol and food, and, but we don't like cause trouble. Everyone is just there to enjoy themselves, Whereas the English kind of seem to be more aggressive, like
It'd be great to see us get to the Euros, like.
Yeah, but sure, we'll return.
I know,
Like, so
I know.
if we can't like come third and then lose to Slovakia and everything's shocking.
Slovakia be
Yeah, like,
enough, like.
yeah, like we can't beat them. Like it's like playing Bridgetown 7. You can't get a result against them. You need to.
They try and blow on Talara.
Bridgetown, yeah, Bridgetown.
Who would be your favourite Irish player, sir?
Ever or never? Oh, definitely Paul McGrath.
I was
Great
going to say
McGrath. Did you ever see him play?
his match against Italy.
Yeah, he was brilliant. Yeah, he's really, really good player. Yeah, he was class.
What was the Italian fella's name? Scalacci.
Scalacci, yeah, Toto Scalacci.
Yeah.
Yeah, he broke our hearts.
Do you remember that? Yeah.
Hmm?
Would you remember that? Like, would you?
Oh, jeez, that's before my time now, sir. I'm not that old. You might have to ask Mr. Kelly about that one. He'd be more that vintage. And how are you finding the work experience? This man made me a lovely cappuccino on Monday.
Yeah,
It was very nice.
it's so hard to get them all right now. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's about 3 different ways of making the milk, and then there's about 5 different ways of making coffee. It's
Like people are gone very posh for coffee,
Yeah.
in Ireland, I'm an Offie man, we're very good already, The old instant Nescafe is what I grew up on,
You'd be lucky to have milk, like.
Yeah, exactly. Milk was a posh coffee.
so
Now they're like
I
latte, cappuccino, skinny latte.
I didn't know what the hell I was making because I don't drink coffee as well.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I didn't know if it was good or not.
I wouldn't be able to stand the smell of it.
Hmm?
I
Do you
wouldn't
not
be
like
able to
it?
stand
No.
the smell.
Huh?
I got into cappuccinos though, very nice.
They're lovely, yeah.
It's
I had to try a load of them now. But flat white and stuff is pure strong.
Yeah. But the hook and ladder is nice though, isn't it?
Yeah, they're
It's
nice,
really nice.
I like the smell of coffee, but I hate the taste.
Do you not like it? No.
No.
It's good in the morning for teachers, gets it going, for
Yeah.
for this.
Machine in the house, like a coffee.
Very fancy, sir.
Like,
Lots of money in that household.
it's just the hot chocolates out of it is all that's doing me. Like,
Okay. Oh, those hot chocolates as well, does it?
Yeah.
The
Okay.
little plastic things you pop into the top
Yeah.
and just push it down.
No, I actually got one on myself there recently.
they're actually.
Sure. Do
They're
you
all
all have
ready.
your own kittles, somebody?
Yeah, we got a kettle there, yeah. Everyone got a free kettle. I felt like it was on the Late Late Show, one for everybody in the audience. Free kettle. And what are you doing then, lads? What are you doing for your work?
I was in Elevate, the community church up by Laurel Hill.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm in basically just doing maintenance or odd jobs around, like whatever they
Okay.
need me to do.
Yeah. Not too bad, is it? Who got you in there? Or?
My uncle Dermot,
Oh, okay. So that's good, isn't it?
it's not too bad.
What are you doing?
I'm with my dad and building site.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
Working hard, is he?
He tries anyway.
Is he, yeah. And how about yourself?
You will.
You will?
Help him with equipment and stuff like sanitizing it. And,
Ah, okay. In the gym there.
yeah.
Is it still open, the UL gym, is it, lads?
All the gyms
they're-
are shut.
they're closed now, yeah.
Already, yeah, they're all closed, yeah.
They're closed now, like before.
Yeah, it's a bit crazy, isn't it? Like, I think the gym's really good for people, on mental health.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think they were trying to get him open again. I think man Conor McGregor's coach.
Oh, John Kavanagh came out on
Yeah.
Twitter. Yeah, he's like, "Why are off licenses open, but gyms aren't?" So like,
Which is fair enough too.
you know, it is like I go to the gym a good bit. Like, it's great. Like, you don't have to like you teach for then and go to the
Yeah.
gym and you feel great.
Sitting down here all day.
Yeah. You know, you feel good. But when our school, they used to get like say like the lads were like, like lads are lazy and they won't get like teaching experience. So if they were like lazy to get a job, they'd send them like to the worst like building site in Offaly, like and the lads would be like digging ditches and they'd be absolutely worked to death. Like,
Go board number one.
on board of one of them posh. These lads were digging ditches all day and like mixing concrete and everything. And like when they came back to school, like they were like the best students. They were like You know, I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. You know, like.
Did you ever have any other job?
Yeah, no, I used to work every summer. I started working when I was about 12 or 13.
Oh,
yeah. Like one of my best friends, his dad used to have like loads of building sites, so he used to give me work there. And my uncle was a block there, so I used to work with him every summer as well. Like, and I used to work in a bar as well. So yeah, no, it was great. I used to love working part time because when you're younger, like if you get like getting your own money was great.
Yeah,
it was really good. Like I was getting like €20 a day, like to lay blocks from like 8 in the morning till 5 or 6. I was getting like €20, but like at the end of the week I'd have €100. Like I felt like a millionaire.
Building sites a good crack to it.
They are. They're good all laugh. Yeah, they make a man out of you. Yeah. I don't think I'd like to spend my whole life in one.
No, like,
definitely enjoy my time there. Yeah. No, it's good hard work. It's good. Like it's good. But when you're getting paid, like it's great. Like it's really good. Do you any have part-time jobs, lads?
I kind of work sometimes with my dad now. Like I've only started doing it like a week or two ago, but we've kind of been doing deliveries for furniture companies. Like my dad knows the fellow who owns it. Like Will and I is with the.
Am I doing lifting and stuff like that?
Like we basically, we're doing one tomorrow. Actually, but we have to get up pure early because, like, if we're going say Cork or Dublin or something.
Yeah, can you still travel now with the company?
Yeah, because it's
essential service.
Yeah, it's fine for work, like.
Okay.
But I mean, we'd only be dropping off furniture. That's it. And like we wouldn't be mingling with anyone,
Okay. Do you have to wipe down all the furniture and everything like this?
No, because they're all in boxes. Like.
Okay. So you just drop and go.
Yeah, drop and go. Basically.
Where are you going tomorrow?
I think we have about all over the country now.
Like you have to go like Cork, Dublin, or.
Yeah, like we'd be getting up about 5 or 6 in the morning, and then because it saves so much time with all the traffic.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You get the road.
Yeah, because the roads they're in.
So dad does a lot of driving then, does he?
Yeah, but like it's not his main job. Like he kind of just
does it for fun, does he?
No, he does a bit of extra money. Like.
That's his job.
Yeah, anything to get out of the house.
Yeah, I know, but sure, you get an extra 100 or whatever.
A
day, like so.
And you get paid, do you? Or
I get paid as well.
Is this for your bread and breakfast?
Yeah.
And does your dad make you work at the weekends or anything? No.
No, I'd probably go with him next
summer. Maybe, yeah. The summer's great. Yeah.
I'm lucky enough they don't work Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I get away.
It's good in the summer to have a bit of a job. Because the summer's long enough when you're.
Yeah, no, my cousin went with him this year, like this summer, he enjoyed it. So
you did, yeah.
Sorry, I mean, like even now, there's not much I can do even because I mean I'm out in the country, like so 5 kilometres into the woods, maybe.
Yeah, whereabouts are you living in?
Out in Meelick.
Okay,
yeah. By Cratlow nearly.
Yeah, I know out that direction. Yeah.
But there's nothing to do out there, so I may as well.
Yeah, do something. Yeah.
You're not too bad in Killaloe, like you have a lot to do.
No, Killaloe's beautiful. It's lovely. Yeah. I've actually got a few lads out from school there. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Because when I was in school here before I left, there was hardly any Killaloe lads. They were all coming in.
A lot of them went to St. Anne's.
Yeah, but they're coming now for rugby, I suppose. So. But on the building site, did you ever try and make a fool out? With the glass hammer or sky hook or anything like that? Yeah.
Well, I haven't caught yet anyway.
Been sent down to the hardware store with a list, and it's like glass hammer, rubber nails, sky hooks.
I've heard stories on doing it before now.
Yeah.
I haven't been caught yet.
No, it's not too bad. So any plans for midterm or anything, lads, before you? No.
Jesus.
Quiet
Warzone.
I don't think.
Call of Duty.
Oh, Warzone, I thought you meant your actual place. It's a bit of a Warzone in some places.
And heading off to the north.
Or picking up some fireworks.
But, you can't do an awful lot now. Like,
no, it's so restricted, isn't it? Like, it's
laying around.
Like in this midterm now, it's kind of not much to look forward to.
So we've no training, we've no.
Yeah, it's mad.
You just have to
stay past the time. Yeah. Look, at least you don't have to set an alarm. It's okay. You have to get up early, like.
We're nearly lucky to have school in some ways, like if we didn't, it'd just be.
Like all the lads were saying they weren't happy coming back. But I think everyone, honestly,
they could
manage
on teams.
I think people are kind of like, oh, hate being back. But I think deep down they're kind of.
You hate the work, but you like being around people
for a social thing.
I don't think we do an awful lot of work now these days.
Or TOIs, lads, you have the life. You actually bring the cappuccino machine in here, lads, and just chill out.
Just stick it up there on the windowsill, sure.
And are you happy you picked TOI, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good to, you know, like.
I'd prefer to do it this year now, especially when they're getting stuff sorted out, rather than having fifth year where it actually does matter. Or sixth
I know
year,
what you mean. Yeah. It's hard, like, you know.
I wouldn't be wanting that much pressure, and then on top of it, you know,
Yeah.
sixth year as well with all the points.
You'd feel sorry for this year's 6 years.
Yeah.
They, like, missed out on so much school last year.
I'm sure they don't even know what happened.
Because especially with do you remember like 2 weeks ago when they were NFED were saying they need level 5? Like they don't know if they're coming back to school or not.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, isn't it?
They're going to have a crappy leaving cert or whatever.
And then like last year's leaving certs, like we're like, we don't know whether there's going to be leaving cert or not. Like, and they made a like last minute decision that there's going to be no leaving cert, and then like the predictive grades were crazy, like, you know.
Sure, I know
They messed
someone.
up about
The government took them down on points, like.
Yeah, one of the lads got marked down in 7 subjects here.
One,
Like
one
7
of-
subjects, like marked
Yeah.
down. Like.
It's crazy when the government take them down, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it makes no sense.
My friend works and he's like from Dublin. Like I was actually teaching in Vietnam. He's back teaching in Dublin now, but he works in like the lads it's like a German French school to get the students from Germany and France.
Oh yeah.
And some of the German people were marked down in their German, fluent German speakers. He said, like, you know, when a lad like Jan Zuberhorn is getting marked down, you know, like you're like, you know, the lads are fluent. It's like you do like an English test in like 3rd class.
If you couldn't pass that, like.
Yeah, it's like them doing like, say you're in 6th year in the 3rd, you're like, what is this? You know, like.
I know. Yeah.
And they're like, they were all getting marked down, so they were going crazy about it, like, you know, because like we're actually fluent speakers, like they were actually better than the teachers, like, you know.
And not giving them an A.
Yeah, not
meant
because it just randomly selected people and took it down, like, you know, it wasn't like, you know, the teacher said like A1, no problem,
Yeah.
like, you know, and then they just
they know
randomly
their
selected.
students, they know if they
Yeah, of course, like, you know.
And did you actually have to give students grades? Like,
Well, I was lucky, I didn't have a leaving cert class, like, so
you got off
I
handed.
got off handy enough, yeah. But for the teachers, there was a lot of pressure,
Yeah.
you know, like, because I know some teachers gave lads like good grades and then they were marked down, and then like, you know, it was the lad might have thought that the teacher had marked him down. He didn't know who had marked him down, if you know what I mean.
That's
So
tough.
say a teacher gave him an A1 and then the government gave him an A2, and then he thought, oh, that teacher marked me out to an A2, you know, I should have definitely got an A1.
Yeah.
But the teacher did give him an A1. So it's kind of hard on the teachers that way. You
As
know?
well, if you have someone from 1st year to 6th year, like it's awful hard to.
Yeah, like one guy, I think he was getting A's A1s the whole time, even his pre, like, you know.
Yeah.
And then he got marked down in the reading, even though the teacher gave him an A1 predicted.
Makes no sense. Like.
Yeah, it's terrible, like, you know. So, yeah, I think it was a bit of a mess, wasn't it?
can feel bad for the people who have to go back and do it again, you know, like some of them had to do the
Yeah, a lot of them were taking the government to court, though, weren't they?
Yeah, there's a good couple of them doing that, but you know, some of them I think are just retaking the leaving cert, but it's kind of like that's a year of college you could have had there, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of unfortunate for them, you know.
Yeah, it'd be a crazy year to be in college, wouldn't it? Like, for all that, you know, everything closed down. Like,
Sure, a cousin of mine started in September. Like he's only been in 5 or 6 times.
where is he going to college?
LIT.
Oh, okay, and he's doing it online, is it? Yeah. Don't be having much fun this year.
No, Jesus,
And
that's
they'll
it.
be- yeah. They'll be clamping down on them house parties as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they're all online now, aren't they? The classes.
Yeah, all the classes are online, you know. It's kind of like, you know, like college is a really good time to like
Yeah, it's ruined it.
enjoy yourself socially. It's a good time. But, but now, you know, that's completely gone. You know, like when I went to college, I went to Dublin and I met like loads of new people. And, you know, you go out and nights out and stuff.
Yeah.
Even like lectures, you learn new stuff. It was really good, like, you know, like even, but they're losing all of them and that, like, you know, it's hard.
So I suppose, sir, a final question for you. Who would you predict for All Ireland this year?
Chrissy Ring now, or
Awfully with that one
will
already.
we go third tier, second tier, first?
I suppose we go to top tier.
Awfully, well, awfully, definitely for Chrissy Ring.
Yeah.
And for the All Ireland this year, I think I'd fancy Tipperary again. I think they're going
Reckon?
yeah, I think they're very strong again. Yeah, you know, like Limerick. Yeah, Limerick have a good team and all that, but I don't know. I just was going to pick something like Tipperary. I think Kilkenny are kind of a fading force, like so.
Wexford as well could be dangerous.
Yeah, no, Wexford are definitely dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they are a good team, but they kind of seem to lack just something. I don't know what it is, like, you know. But yeah, if you were put a gun to my head, I'd definitely say Tipperary. But
And I'm sure that kills you as an athlete, man.
afterwards, they're off and then them Tipperary lads. When they win All Irelands, they come driving through our town, beating the horns, celebrating. Yeah, yeah. No, of all the counties now, Tipperary is definitely the worst. But sure, look.
So look, sir, thanks very much. Anyway.
Yeah, sound lads,
Thanks for your
best
time,
luck with
man.
everything, and sure enjoy the midterm.
Thanks very much, sir.
We'll chat to you, man.
Thanks, sir.
No, lads, no worries.